it's Jessie here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. In today's video, I am going to be taking a look at the budget that I wrote for the the fourth week in April, very last April budget. We are going to be looking at how much cash I need to pull out of the bank, which isn't a whole lot this week. We're not adding anything to sinking funds, so the only cash that I need to pull out of the bank is for my cash envelopes. So $220 I need to pull from the bank. And I'm actually looking at this and it looks like I need all 20s. So this should be pretty easy. I'm just going to go to the bank, pull out $220 in 20s. I don't even really need my cash envelope breakdown this week, so why waste it? I'll save this for another week and we'll just go off of this because this is super easy, right? All in 20s, $220. This might be the shortest cash envelope stuffing in history. Did not realize that when I sat down, but that's fine. We're just gonna do it that way. So I'm gonna go to the bank and pull out $220 in 20s, and we're gonna go ahead and stuff my cash envelopes. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so here's what I did. I happen to know that in my sinking fund accordion folder here, I have a couple of pretty fat sinking funds that I need to downsize a little bit. So what I did was I went to the bank and I withdrew $220, two $100 bills and $120. I have already given my son Robert his $20 that he needed for gas. He couldn't wait for me to film this. He needed gas. His gas tank was empty. So I went ahead and gave him that $20. So his $20 has already been given to him and I'm left with $200 here. So I'm going to take this $200 and I'm going to make change from my sinking funds. That will allow me to downsize my sinking fund accordion folder a bit because it's pretty fat, and it'll get me the denominations I need to stuff my envelopes. So for sure, I know, let's just go ahead and move this out of the way. For sure, I know that my YouTube stack of cash here, I can definitely make change there. I got quite a few 20s there, so that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to just see if I have 5 20s here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, perfect. Exactly. So I'm going to put this $100 bill in and take out the 5 20s. So I'm not changing the amount here. I don't need to update my card or anything. All I did was make change for myself. So I added 100 and I took out 100. So that will act as 10 of the 20s that I need, or 5 of the 20s that I need rather. And this can go back behind the YouTube tab. If you've never seen one of my videos before and you're not sure what this is, I keep all of my sinking funds in cash in an accordion folder, so each of my funds has its own little tab here in my folder, and behind that tab I keep the amount of cash for each fund, as well as a little index card where I keep track of how much money is in each fund, and every time I add money or take money away, I just update the card. So let me check my campground fund here and see if I have enough 20s in here. Oh no, I don't have any 20s in here. Lots of 50s though, so if I need to make change with 50s, this is where I will come. So we don't have it here in my campground fund. What else can I check here? Hopefully I am able to make change. I thought that I had plenty of 20s, but could be wrong. I'm going to check my car maintenance fund for 20s. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. I can make 20s from here. So I will take these 20s and exchange them for a $100 bill. And I've got all that I need now to be able to stuff my cash envelopes. So this will go back behind my car maintenance folder then. And this way I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. I was able to exchange some of my 20s for larger bills so that my sinking funds wouldn't be quite so full. And I was able to get the cash that I needed. So now we are going to really quickly just get my cash envelope stuffed. This will be super, super quick. Almost does not warrant its own video. Alright, so I got my 20s here. Let me just really quickly pull in my cash envelopes. So I keep my cash envelopes here in my Conscious wallet. This is my cash wallet of choice. I actually really want a Filofax. I've had my eye on a Filofax wallet for quite a while. I put it in my Amazon wish list, and every single week it seems like I look at it and I talk myself out of buying it because I have a perfectly good wallet here. It works completely fine. I just think that the Filofax is so pretty. It's a bright pink color. I've had my eye on it for ages. At some point, I'm sure that I will not be able to resist anymore and I will purchase it, but for now, this Conscious wallet works just fine. It's a phenomenal wallet system. It is an all-in-one cash wallet system. You can get it on Amazon. You have the wallet as well as the little wrist strap, which I love because I can just grab my wallet and take just my wallet into a store. I don't have to worry about carrying around my purse and my phone and having, you know, a lot of different things all getting contaminated with germs in this day and age, you know. So a lot of times I will just grab my wallet and take it in, and it's a great sturdy system. It's got a really good zipper. I have a whole review on the Conscious wallet system, an unboxing and like a first impressions review that you can check out if you are interested in more information about this wallet. I was sent this wallet by the company in exchange for an honest review, so you know, just disclosing that, but I wasn't paid for my review or anything like that. It's a really good, affordable, all-in-one wallet system. In addition to the wallet, it also came with some plastic cash envelopes and some little like ledger pages where you could keep track of your comings and goings of your cash envelopes. I, however, went ahead and purchased some different cash envelopes just because I like this style a little bit better than what came with it. These cash envelopes are just clear laminated envelopes from Erica Life Vlogs. Unfortunately, she does not have these available anymore for purchase, but if you go on Etsy and you just search transparent or clear cash envelopes, you will find dozens of listings where you can buy something similar. I really like these because they're very heavy duty. You can see the cash through them, so it's really easy to see if you have anything left in a category, and they're just really clean looking. So I have my cash envelopes here. I'm gonna set this kind of off to the side so that I can reference it, and we're just gonna go ahead and stuff our envelopes. This video is definitely a little bit different from how I typically do it, but that's okay, it'll work just fine. So first up, I have my husband spending money, and he gets 2 20s, $40. That's obviously not gonna go into my wallet. Doesn't make sense for me to carry his cash. This will go into his wallet once he gets home, so I'm just gonna set this off to the side for him. And I'm just gonna put a little check mark here whenever I add the cash. Typically this would be listed here on my cash envelope breakdown, and I would kind of go down the line and highlight it as I go, but like I said, there's no sense in using this since I didn't need it, why waste it? I'll use this for a future video or a rough draft or whatever. So I'm just going to kind of go down the line and check this off. Next up, I have my spending money, which is $40. And again, we're doing 2 20s. So that will go right here in my envelope that is marked spending. And my spending money can be spent on absolutely anything that I want. This allows me the freedom to still shop if I want to shop. I have a shopping addiction, friends. It allows me to be able to go out for a cup of coffee with a friend if I want to. Just gives me the freedom to have a little bit of cash on hand to spend if I feel like spending. Alright, so that's that. Next up, I have Robert, but I already gave him his cash. Next, I have my son Austin, who gets $20 for allowance. Robert's cash is, like I said, for his gas. He drives my youngest son Austin to school all the time, which is so sweet of him. And so I give him a little bit of gas money just to compensate for his gas. He doesn't get an allowance because he's an adult now and he has a full-time job and he doesn't need me to give him allowance, but I do give him that gas money just to compensate him, because if he wasn't taking Austin to school, I mean, I guess technically he could ride the bus, but he doesn't like riding the bus in the morning, so I would have to drive Austin. So he saves me time and gas, so I just compensate him a little bit for that. Austin's money is his weekly allowance, which is $20, so I'm just going to set a $20 bill off to the side for him. I'll just keep that with my husband's spending money. Next up, I have gas, which is going to get $40, so that's 2 20s. And we'll get those stuffed into my gas envelope. I like to keep everything separate in these cash envelopes. I could really easily just keep, $80 in my wallet in this little slot here to be able to, have the cash that I need on hand for gas as well as my spending. But doing that doesn't give me as much control. Like, if I stick $80 in my wallet and tell myself I'm only going to spend $40 for spending and I'm only going to spend $40 for gas, nothing is going to stop me from spending $60 on spending and only putting $20 in my gas tank. I need the separation to hold myself accountable so that I only spend exactly what I want to spend on spending on actual spending. If you have more control over yourself and your spending, you can totally just keep all the cash in your wallet in one envelope. Or you don't even have to do it in cash. You can just swipe your debit card and keep track of your transactions. This is the way that works best for me to keep me on track and keep me accountable. And that's why I go through the trouble of getting the change every week and stuffing my envelopes and doing it this way, because it works. It's not going to be for everybody, but it works for me. Alright, so that was my gas money. I'm going to check that off. Next up, I have eating out, which is going to get $40, and that's going to go right here in my food envelope. So 2 more 20s for that. And that is for my family and I to go out and have dinner one night this week. Most likely it'll either be ordering a pizza or going through a quick drive-through. $40 isn't quite enough for all 4 of us to sit down and have a meal in a restaurant together. If I know that we want to do that, I will usually budget a little bit more. But this week it's likely just going to be pizza night after a track meet. So $40 is plenty for that. And lastly, I have miscellaneous, which is going to get my last 20 here, and that's just to cover anything else that comes up throughout the week. Having a little bit of cash on hand, I can use this at the concession stand at my son's track meet this week if we decide to do that, or if something comes up and I need a little bit of cash. Last week I used the miscellaneous fund to tip the woman that cut my hair. It's always nice to have an extra 20 in your wallet for anything that comes up, and that's what this miscellaneous envelope is for. So that is it, you guys. I do have a couple of envelopes here that are not getting stuffed this week. I have my debt envelope, which I typically use at the end of the week when I sit down and film my budget results video. If I have cash left over in any of these categories, say I didn't use all my gas money for the week, or we didn't quite eat through all of our eating out money, I will take that leftover cash and that will go into this debt envelope, and that will get paid as an extra debt payment. So there's that. And then this bank envelope is where I will keep any cash that I need to deposit into the bank. So say I want to buy myself a t-shirt from Old Navy and it's $15. Obviously I can't pay cash for an online transaction, so I will just use my credit card, and then I'll pull that $15 out of my spending money, stick it in this bank envelope, and that way I know that that money is to be deposited to cover that transaction. So that's why I have those last couple of envelopes there. But everything is all stuffed and ready. I am all set for the week. This can go back into my purse. I have my spending money for the week. This cash that I set aside for my husband and my son will go to them when they get home. And I can stick my accordion folder here back into my safe. I always lock this up in my safe when I'm not using it, so I don't have to worry about it getting lost or stolen. I have a big fireproof safe, so I feel plenty secure having this cash on hand when it's locked up. So that's it for my cash envelope stuffing this week. I know it looked a little bit different than usual, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. If you did, please take a minute and give it a big thumbs up. That really helps out my channel. Anytime that you like a video, share it with a friend, leave a comment, all of those things helps the YouTube algorithm to understand that this is the type of content you like, and it will therefore push my videos out to more people. So I appreciate all of your support here on my channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, please take a minute to subscribe so that you never miss a video. I post new budgeting and lifestyle content here on my channel every single weekday. I go live every single Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, where we sit and chit chat about the week, answer questions. It's a lot of fun. So you're definitely going to want to subscribe for all that great content. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, my friends.